Hello, it's Who Time, and today we're doing a slightly different video. It's not a figure collection video, if you're getting too excited, but I did do one of those last year. All the figures were in the same position as this right now, so go check that out if you want to see a figure collection video. But today, what we're doing is basically rejigging all of this to get it all in the right order. Frankly, we've just reached a crisis point where there's just so many random figures and they're not in order, not in broadcast order. That's the hope done by Story, and it's just clogging up my customs desk. It's getting in the way of my DVDs over here if we have a look. So these guys just need to go with the rest of the collection over here. I'll show you at my customs desk, you might as well see that as well. It's just, there's so many completed customs, I've just got nowhere to put them at the moment unless I start putting things in the right place. So here's my customs desk. If you look a little bit closer, you can see I've got quite a lot of completed customs here. Some are over here as well, where I normally do work on customs. It's just got to the point now where I haven't got any space to do any more customs because they're just sitting here and I need to get them in there, but I can't fit them in. So I need to rejig everything, move everything around. And this room I'm in now is going to become a nursery soon. I've got a baby on the way, so really it's crisis time. It's time to get things moving, make this a lot neater, and then get these guys on the shelf. Yeah, so let's go and get the things sorted, eh? First, I need to take down my Predator and Terminator figures. I love my Arnie, but this disrupts the flow of things. The Hartnell era needs to begin here. Of course, the shelf needs a good dusting, as I haven't reorganised my collection for quite a few years. Fortunately, the dust hasn't really shown up, but it's definitely there. Okay, let's dust off my Hartnell collection and move it along to where my Arnie figures were. We're kicking off with the Zabi. We'll put him in the right place later. Now's a good time to open up the first Doctor from the TARDIS B&M set, as that needs to go at the start, as well as completed customs like the Sensorites here and Yartek. Ah, that's looking a lot better now. I left some space so I can add future customs to the shelves, of course. So Troughton next, got to add my Colonel Lethbridge Stewart custom in. There's actually quite a lot of customs I've made for this era, as it's drastically underrepresented in the official figure line. This Emperor Dalek and Throne Room set from Evil Daleks is an absolute masterpiece, made by Green's 3D printing. Onto the level below, I've started to adjust the height of the shelves for the Pertwee era, as I thought it was too low. I've then raced through, arranging Season 6 to the start of Season 9. I'm now working on Seasons 9 and 10 here, in the middle shelf, putting Joe Grant in place, and one of my Drashigs. Again, I've left space for customs. I need to finish Arcturus and put him on the shelf here. That's Season 10 done. The last shelf of the second row is dedicated to Pertwee's last season, Season 11. You can see quite a few custom figures and accessories there, with more planned, like the T-Rex from Invasion of the Dinosaurs, and the Great One Spider from Planet of the Spiders. Next it's the third row down and the Tom Baker era. I'm just temporarily removing figures like the Revenge Sideman here and the TARDIS. We have figures from across his first 3 seasons all scrunched up here on this one shelf together. Then it naturally needs dusting down before reinstating Season 12 in the right order. Made a start on Season 13 with Terror of the Zygons here as well. Got quite a few 4th Doctor era customs in front of my Blu-rays that need to be moved across. The middle shelf of row 3 needs Season 17 and 18, as well as the Davison era and some of the Collins era actually to be temporarily displaced. Just dusting off Terry Malloy's Davros, you can see he's quite dusty on his lower half. Had to put some Season 13-14 figures up here with Pertwee for a second. Season 17 and 18 figures are down on one of the lower disorganised shelves on the right. Others are strewn across my desk and printer. Some are in the guest bedroom, temporarily being used as storage whilst the house has works done on the ground floor. So at this stage we're putting Season 13 of Classic Who onto the shelves, and obviously it's a fantastic season, arguably the best of Classic Who, and it should rightfully have a prominent place on the shelves, and that's what's happened. Check it out. Here's a quick look at Terror of the Zygons with its many customs before I show you the middle shelf. Et voila, we have a beautiful Tom Baker TARDIS interior and console with Season 13 figures in front of it. You can see there's some space left here. That's because I want to add maybe another 10 customs onto this shelf for this season. So that'll get filled hopefully over the next year, or maybe 2 years, or may take longer. But it'll get there. I've now made space in the shelf adjacent, which just had a random assortment of figures and customs on it before. Time to add Season 14, 15 and 16 figures on here. Lots of Vok robots, I just love the design, what can I say. Again, I've made sure there's still space for future figures and customs to be added. Just moving Sylve's era over to here temporarily. Got to do the rest of Season 17 now. I love some Season 17. You can see a custom Naimon and a Rato there, plus Mandrels. Got to move some Series 1 stuff out the way. Finish Season 17 and 18, and now moving into the Davison era with many Earthshock Cybermen. Just love 80s cybers. Moving Series 2 and 3 out of the way for Season 20 and 21 representation. Now's a good time to open that new 5 Doctors B&M 2 pack so I can add the Richard Handel and Death Zone Daleks to collection. Frontiers and Resurrection on the shelves now. So that's all the 5th Doctor sorted. Got Series 3 out, starting to put the 6th Doctor era in, including the new B&M Revelation of the Daleks 2 pack. And the lovely Ultimate Adventure 6th Doctor and his on-screen TARDIS. The TARDIS slots in nicely at the back there. Ultimate Adventure Colin is on the next shelf with Big Finish Real-Time Colin and Drathro. Let's jump cut to the 7th Doctor era being in place. Still plenty of customs I want to add to this era, maybe a bit tight on this shelf going forward. Okay, we're moving Series 4 to another shelf as we begin the new series with Eccleston's era. Got Matt Smith era to shift as well. Looks like Series 1 is taking up an entire shelf by itself. Didn't expect that. Time to move on to Tennant era, but need to shift some of the 13th Doctor era. Had to move my Capaldi stuff to my DVD/Blu-ray shelves at the top for a moment, and I'll now take the Series 2 figures off my printer onto the shelf. Almost forgot the Eagle Moss Emperor Dalek from Series 1, and then Tennant's first series will follow. It's jam-packed now. Even got the lift from the Impossible Planet Satan Pit 2-parter on there. Adjacent to this, we have the huge Rachnos figure from the Runaway Bride and Series 3 and 4, both on the shelf together. That Vesper form is magnificent. Plus, I made a couple of lovely customs to represent Planet of the Dead and Waters of Mars. Now I've got to find a new spot for my lovely Batman Arkham figure collection, as it's almost time to tackle the Matt Smith era. Here's how the figure rearrangement looks so far. And if we look down at the bottom, we can see Series 5 and 6 are in place. The Dalek Paradigm are taking up a fair bit of shelf space there in all their rainbow coloured glory. Got more Batman Arkham stuff to move as we need space for Series 7 and the Capaldi era. Nice and clear, here we go. Series 7, including a few customs there, as there aren't many official releases for this series. Same goes for Capaldi really. There are many lovingly made pieces here too. Now for the last shelf, for Series 10 and the Whittaker era. Not a huge amount for Series 10 so far. Got a few customs there, and there are more to add for sure. Here's a look at the rearranged collection before I add glass doors on. Shame I have to add the doors, but I have to baby-proof the study. It looks magnificent, if I say so myself. Now let's look at the last shelf, completed with the 13th Doctor era figures. Ah, look, the cat's interested. Oh, hang on. No. Oh. Well, that's the benefit of the doors. The cat can't headbutt my figures. You can see I'm halfway through adding them on here. And now for the completed look. All glass doors are attached. It actually looks quite smart now. I'll just close the door so you can have a better look. There you go. So, as you can see, it's finally done. It's all nice and neat in here, much neater than it was before. Absolute chaos with boxes of new figures and things all out of sync and all out of, well, where they're supposed to be in their rightful place. But yeah, nice and neat. Got the nice doors on there, it's all baby proofed, because obviously, well, I've got a baby now, and I don't want the baby trying to eat little accessories, like little Sontaran Blast or whatever. That's all good, nice and safe. It's also good for keeping the dust out and just generally protecting it. If things fall over, they just fall on the door, don't they? So that's pretty good. And then you can just try and wiggle your arm in, fix things up. So it's, you know, it's good for customs, stops them falling off the shelves and getting destroyed, which has happened once or twice. Only for small things have happened, but still, don't like that. To wrap things up, let's just do a little cursory look. I'll open up the doors and show you all the figures from the first Doctor all the way to the present, just so you can have a quick look. It'll be a cursory look, so it won't be a full description or going in depth into all the figures that are there. If you want that sort of thing, I've got a proper figure collection video that I did last year back in 2022, so go and check that out if that's what you're into. But for now, let's just go and have a little quick peek. This is a sort of semi-update of the figure collection, and then I'll probably do a proper one next year or something, once I've added a few more customs, hopefully. Right, let's have a look. Well, that's your lot. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Why not click on that notification bell so you can keep up to date with new content as well. And if you want to follow my social media, I've got X/Twitter, whatever it's called now, and then Instagram, of course. You can follow me there on the links shown on the screen. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.